Hidden New Zealand sales prices. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and let's have a look at some New Zealand data that a viewer suggested I had a look at. Now, earlier today, this morning, I did a video looking at, well, withheld sales prices here in Australia. And some people were putting the argument together, particularly Martin North, that it's delayed intentionally. It's delayed intentionally. And I wouldn't be surprised, particularly considering just how, well, the auction clearance rates are treated in the property industry. And then a viewer left a comment there saying, you have to look at New Zealand, you have to look at a particular website. I think, what was it, trademe.co.new Zealand. You have to look on there. Now, before we jump here, we'll have a look at this portion here where he suggested we should have a look at the North Island near the Bay of Plenty. Now, for those of you overseas who don't know, New Zealand is this small little island here just off the coast of Australia that's begging to join the Federation of Australia and improve our economic complexity. Home of good cheese, good food, Lord of the Rings, and a few other things. And one of them is property. Property that is mimicking Australia in all the wrong ways. All the wrong ways. So we go up here to the Bay of Plenty, and we've got Pampona Beach. We'll zoom in here. Now, I have not had the pleasure of visiting New Zealand. I really should. I need to get over there. Kind of left it a bit late now, didn't I? So let's go. We'll do a little bit of a street tour here. Let's you know what? We'll go right here. Let's look at the beach first before we do anything. Let's look at those waves. Because, wow, look at that. That's a stormy day there for the Google. Oh, look at those waves for the Google car to be arriving. So it's it's a nice area there. One-way road. We'll jump out here because that's going to take a while, and we'll have a look at the main street here, or just the beachfront, the promenade as we'd call it over in Australia, and a few of the houses here just to get a feel for this area. So it's like a little beach community. I just, whenever I look at anything from New Zealand, it just makes me feel cold, doesn't it? There we go. I mean, here we've got some respectable little holiday beach shacks. Little fibro, metal roof sheeting, nothing special, nothing particularly exciting, I wouldn't say. Great for going for a holiday. Look at the caravan park here. What else will we look at? We'll go in here, one street in. The people who couldn't afford the street right as close to the beach as you could. I mean, there you go, little two-story bricky. There you go, little timber and brick, weatherboard. I mean, that looks nice. It's a beautiful little house there, isn't it? Some nice, lovely little houses. I don't know what the employment conditions are around this place. We'll zoom out a bit more. If you're familiar with the area, let me know. Let's go here. Let's try past the shopping centre. We'll have a look. How's the shopping centre doing? And there you go. There it is. Pizza Hut, warehouse. I'm noticing actually as I'm going around, some shopping centres are getting more and more empty around Australia. But good old New Zealand. So here we have a nice little seaside community with some nice houses. Is there anything a bit? We'll do this side. Let's just have a look here at some of the probably the more modern ones. One of the little courts here. And here we have the more traditional, the more contemporary speckies. Little brick veneers, tiled roofs. You've seen one. You've seen them all. They can chuck them up pretty cheap. There's not that advanced construction in there. Here in Australia, the most onerous things are probably all the insulation and stuff they make you put into them. But they're fine. They're fine little robust houses. Simple slab-on-ground construction. And, you don't need an architect for this stuff, guys. This is spec stuff. It's almost like you buy the plan or you get a drafty just to modify an existing design. Okay, so these are the type of houses. We've got a feeling for this area. Now, if we jump here to this Trading Me website, and we'll zoom in here, what's interesting, what this viewer wanted me to have a look at, was the number of properties that are listed here that are sold. And you can see them all appearing here with sold, 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 without the sale price. So here we've got one, sold. Click on that one. And what we'll do is we'll right click and can I view the property? We'll have a look here at the property. So here it is, Waterford Park Drive, little specky like we said, price withheld. Now, the estimate's between 670 and 710, but it's sold within the last 6 months and they withheld the price. Now it's sold. It's sold in 2009 for 347,000. I'm assuming that's Kiwi dollars. That's Kiwi dollars. So it's enough. It's close enough to the Australian dollar these days. So in June, their valuation of it was 620. So big climb. 9 years, nearly doubled. But then it sold in July this year and price withheld. To be confirmed. Well, it's been a couple of months since July. Shouldn't they have confirmed that data yet? But see, that's the thing. This is a common... You can see here how many of them, same thing's happening. Look, you've got estimates everywhere. We'll zoom out. I don't want to see the estimates. But we've got his sold. Recently sold, 20th of January this year. Little specky again, it looks like. There we go. This is where they're estimating at. We'll scroll down. Oh, so they've got it. 795, provided by local council. Okay, provided by local council. So we got one. We got one. So it hasn't updated. But so they've sold it originally, or they bought it for 675, and they sold out in January this year. January this year. So we'll have to look at what else can we see. What else can we see? 25th of March, so a bit later, recently sold. So they haven't got the data yet from local council. Or maybe we'll see it here. Recently sold to be confirmed in March. They're thinking 500. This is a 2-bed, 1-bath, like a little duplex. So they're thinking their rateable value of 410. And they've got to confirm it. So it nearly doubled in price as well since 2014, in 4 years, pretty much. For a little 2-bed beachside. What else can we have a look at? Let's zoom here. Let's go to one of these ones here. So this was sold in August. So just recently. Very recently. We can see here. I mean, okay, it looks like a big one, a rear block. 820 that they're estimating. The rateable value at 810. So they sold it for 445 in 2009. Then in Feb, so the value went up to 810, or the RV was at 810 in 2018. Then they sold it by local council. That was the data that was provided, by 700,000. So they're not telling the data. If local council are providing it, is just because the real estate agent's too lazy or someone doesn't want to do it. That's why we're getting the huge delays. Maybe it's just because they don't want to brag. They don't want to brag. Let's click on this one at 965. Let's see how that went. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 230 square meters. So here we have it. So provided by agent. The agent provided this one. This was sold in May. So 965, less than the high value. Scroll down here. The rateable value was 925. Okay, so it was sold in 2007 for 250,000. Then 2015, 680, provided by the council. And now the agent. Notice how the agent. This one just went in May, and the agents provided the data. So what this could be, and I'm just making an educated guess here, or I'm saying, let me put a theory. Let me theory craft here. What we're seeing is that maybe people aren't too proud of the prices that they're selling for it. Maybe agents don't want to share it that they didn't get it for a high price, because other agents will use it and then it will snowball. People will go to this and say, oh, why is this going down? Why is this going down? You don't want to let people know if prices are falling. So this one, 860, was sold for 465. The value was at 860 at 2018. We have to see, to be confirmed. Another agent who isn't proud. What's happening with all these agents? Why aren't they? What about one of the little ones here, right on the water? Price withheld. Recently sold. I should track all these properties, but then I'll be getting emails from these guys all the time. And no videos I do on YouTube will see. None of them get monetized. They all get limited state, and I have to get it manually reviewed. And that limits the exposure of it. Okay, so they think the value of this one is $1 million. Where's the photo of it? Here we go. What I'll do is I'll put this into here we go. We'll fly there in Google Earth. So they think this one here is $1 million, $1 million Kiwi dollars. There you go. Oh yeah, I mean, you're paying for the land, really. You're paying. What was that one? It'd have to be that one, wouldn't it? No, nope. It's that one. You're paying for the land. You have to be paying for the land. You know, sure, the house is nice. They built a nice modern extension on it, but you're paying for the land, for these beach views that have been built out by these guys in front of you. So we'll jump here. So what was this bought for back in the day? 820 grand, provided by local council. December was sold. So just before, they sold it for less than the valuation in 2018. So some people seem to be getting out. It was built in the 80s. Built in 1980. What else? What else do we have a look at? Maybe we'll look at one more. Let's look at one over here. Remember, next door is that what's this estimate? Estimated range. Okay, property estimate. Maybe people are putting in the information to request these estimates. You can see here, to be confirmed. Sold in July this year. Sold in July, 3-bed, 2-bath. How are we going? 810,000 was built in the 90s. Data provided by council on the November 15th, 2015, 578. The RV was 810, to be confirmed, so the agent hasn't informed them. Once again, 810. So let's just, I'm going to look up, I'll look up the average weekly wage in New Zealand, just to give these a bit of perspective. The average weekly wage is $554 US dollars. Sorry, 554 NZ dollars. That's much worse. Let's zoom out a bit further, and we can see sold everywhere. Are they just not? Do Kiwis not provide this information? Are you afraid that they'll you know, probably arrest you if you sold your house? They're probably scared you're coming over to Australia. Look at all these ones. Sold. Wow. I mean, what's going on here? What is going on here? Let's click on here. What are these? Just land. 3-bed, 1-bath. So when I first saw this, I thought I have to have a look at it because it just seems crazy. How little? 491. They're thinking sold for 275. It's crazy to see how little is being reported. So does that make sense? Surely they want to... Look at this. It's everywhere. And well, let's go to another part of the country. Maybe it's just there. Maybe just the agents there are just lazy. Here we go. We've got a few numbers here. Okay, we got a few. No, still. Sold. Look at the estimates. What they're next to. What's that estimate? How do they calculate that? 4-bedroom. What? 280 grand. Is that a dodgy part of the island, guys? At Gisborne? 280. 4-bed, 2-bath. Built in the 70s. Was sold in 2007 for, okay, 150. Sold this year for 2090 in Feb, and now they estimate it down. Okay, so this is stuff that was sold that they're estimating down. What else? How about we go to one of the... There we go. Napier. Again. So many just sold. Maybe it's just the Northerners. Maybe they're too snobby. We'll have a look at Wellington. Same thing. Sold, 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 sold. Sold, sold. We'll zoom out. Yeah, let's go to the South Island. It's probably the snobby Northerners, isn't it, guys? You know, we don't want to hang out with them. You know, they're all you know, soft with their warm weather. It's virtually tropical. Here we go. We've got some for sale here. Still a lot. Whoa. How much property turns over? Because this clicks here. More about data. Recently sold prices in the last 6 months. How much turnover is there in NZ in the last 6 months for property? And how long does it take for the data to get through? So the agents, doesn't look like they're very proud, does it? Where they're going. Come on, let's go to Kingston, right in the middle of nowhere. Just all estimates. Just all estimates. Where can we go? So, there we go. Wait. Invercargill. I have a friend who lives there. Oh, look at that. You can get stuff for 145. 143. Is that just land? Looks like land. So, there we have it, everyone. What do you think? What do you think's going on in NZ? Do you think the agents are just not proud of their achievements in selling these properties? Is this a similar thing that's happening here in Australia? How can people be confident in making any property purchasing decisions if so much information isn't provided? Are they copying us? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, guys. Kiwis, let me know which would be the best place to buy. I mean, damn, if you can get a place for 150,000 Kiwi dollars... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't want to live under your Prime Minister. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy a merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.